Yeah, well, I think it's had a positive impact because particularly Key Stage 2, because I would maybe see them more and be more in touch with them. They actually, if they see me in the corridor, ask, like, is Lexia on today? Like, when am I coming? So the fact they actually want to go and do it is a big plus or a big tick in that column. And in particular with those children, we would be looking at their GL data, 3 times a year really. And you can see an impact, especially with those children who have specific literacy difficulty. For those that we were specifically targeting the spelling, they are being able to transfer those skills from the intervention into their daily writing. And you can see an impact on their daily writing and then in their GL assessments. One of our P6 boys, this is our second year of running the Lexia program, so he would have started when he was in primary 5 and he would have quite significant spelling difficulties in his literacy, and that impacts on his confidence. Is actually school-based anxiety as well would have been an issue for him too, and he would have held a lot of that in during the school day. So towards the end of the last term of primary 5, I actually got an email from his parent, and she had praised the Lexia program, and actually pinpointed that as the defining feature of why he suddenly did not hate coming to school. We didn't know he was having meltdowns coming to school, but he didn't want to come to school. He didn't want to be participating in lessons, but he would have masked all that in school. By the end of the year, he was happy to come to school. He loved school, and she actually wrote in black and white that it was Lexia program that had been the change for him, because it had been P5. So that was the only one thing that had changed for him in school, because he'd been with us for 5 years. And he has completed Lexia. He's completely finished it. Well, it would be done sort of on a daily practice within the classroom. The teachers all know the timetable. They're given that in August before we start, so they know when their pupils are going. And throughout the year, we might add pupils to it. But they would always have real positivity for the certificates and for the pupils doing it. And it would just be that positive praise. Children love positive praise and that verbal feedback. And it's every week. It's not just 1 week and then you forget about it for months. It's constant. And then obviously at assemblies, it's highlighted as well. And the certificates as well as verbal feedback. So it's sort of first year was implementing it and getting it, into the timetable and just teachers remembering to send their pupils. But now it's sort of embedded this year, and we're tweaking it, and the children know, and it's part of sort of the school culture and the school daily routine. I think they've been really valuable. Obviously, I would be on them every other day, checking just the different classes and the SEN cohort. The teachers are also, logging in as regularly as they can, and they can see the data. And then if there's skill builders need to be done, or there's the lessons, then they can see exactly. And we're lucky enough to have classroom assistants that I got trained as well last year. And they are familiar with the program and how to deliver the lessons, and they're actually on as staff as well, so that they can see. So we're using that real-time data to really see who's struggling, what are they struggling with. And so the children are seeing that it's not a standalone lesson every day in the ICT room, that it filters into your classroom routine and all aspects of the curriculum really. So it's sort of transferable skills.